there, Tenno. I'm Shadowsight, and I gotta be completely honest with you. This video was kind of just a spur-of-the-moment thing whenever I was thinking about it. And I'm actually really glad that it happened when it did. Because I had no fucking clue what I was gonna do for a video for you guys. But if any of you guys remember a while back, I did my little off-the-wall fashion frame thing where I did everything that I could to make Mesa look as close to Yang from Ruby as I possibly could. Well, I got another lookalike that I did as close as I possibly fucking could, and that is making Excalibur look like Jean Arc. Now, the thing with the Mesa was that was the, like, seasons 1 through 4 Yang, whereas this is, like, the seasons 1 through 3, and then this is, like, the seasons 4 and 5 for, Jean, with the updated armor where they accented it with, the metal that was used in Pyrrha's, hence why it's got this bronzish looking tone on the metallics. And that is also the only reason as to why I'm using the fucking Proto-Excalibur helmet, because I'm going to tell you guys right now, I absolutely hate this helmet. But it's the closest thing that I can do that gives him basically a yellow head to somewhat represent hair. And then Sylvan Aegis Prime, because the regular Sylvan Aegis does not do damage, and the Akenbrunt is an axe, and although, yes, it's technically a mace and a sword, this is the only truly expanding shield that actually looks like a normal shield, in my opinion. As opposed to this big-ass block that just has two little points that'll pop out. So what we're going to be doing is obviously the Hunt the Iatan treasure, because this is actually my second Excalibur. So I have no Forma in this one, whereas my other Excalibur that you guys have seen me do videos with has 5. So I can't really do anything super fucking crazy because this is not my go-to one. This one I bought specifically for fashion frame customization purposes. So let's get right up to it and start the mission. Holy shit, this place is empty. I is ready.
Okay, let's do this.
But yeah, so any of you guys that know that, or that have been watching my channel for a while now, if you haven't had me pegged already, then I'm gonna just outright tell you, I am a gigantic fucking nerd. If I'm not playing games, I'm usually watching anime. And hands down, for being a web series, Rooster Teeth did an amazing... Rooster Teeth, and more specifically Monty did an amazing fucking job with Ruby. And I like the direction that they went with trying to get longer lasting episodes. It was definitely a positive for that show specifically. Plus, the more that I watch it, the more it makes me realize that I can do some goofy ass shit like this. I'm probably gonna do a few more, or do whatever I can to get a few more of their characters figured out, to try to make lookalikes here in Warframe. But for the most part, this is about the extent of what I can do. I'm not going to use any of Excalibur's powers. This is going to be purely with the Sylvan Aegis, and whatever combos I can muster up off of the stance mod. So yes, it's fairly boring. It's a fairly straightforward appearance. This is kind of just one of those things that I did for fun, and under no circumstances would I ever actually use it. Kind of like the Warframe video that I did a while back that I showed you guys, where I can drain a 30-round clip in 1.5 seconds. Which is still kind of crazy whenever I think about it. Anyway, kind of straightforward. Channeling on it's doesn't look too bad.
I mean, you're gonna be fine. Promise.
Of course I'm gonna be fine, Maru. This really is a no-brainer, especially since Parkour 2.0 came out.
My, oh my, I think you found it. Ah, you got it. Now bring it home.
I mean, we haven't really had any... Well, no, I take that back. These probably will never see a rework, just due to the fact that all of the challenge rooms on Lua end up utilizing some form of Parkour 2.0. Ouch. Okay. I will use Radial Blind. That is like the only power. Because it kind of fits the wimpy-ass persona that Jean Arc has. Because, I mean, yes, over the seasons he has steadily gotten better at fighting. But if all hell were to break loose in a moment's notice, you know he'd be the first one to go. He is by far the weakest link. Of course, with Season 5 still going, there's a good possibility that that might change. After all, he still hasn't unlocked his semblance yet. And Ozpin's back, for anyone who is up to date with it. Actually, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. So, that was pretty much it. Like I said, this was kind of just done for fun. It wasn't a legitimate thing. So here is what the overall appearance looks like. It's the default Excalibur skin. As always, whatever idle animations that you need. The one thing that is really going to suck for most people, though, is this is going to require that you have spent a little bit of money on cosmetics, because it's using the Targus Prime leg guards and chest plate from the Mag Prime accessory pack. But other than that, it's just the Edo shoulder plates and the Proto Excalibur head, which are both obtainable through Platinum for buying the skin, and either the shoulder plates themselves individually, or if you just pick up the bundle for a discounted price. And then the Sylvan Aegis, of course, any sword and shield thing will do. I just prefer to do the Sylvan Aegis Prime, because it is out of the Sylvan Aegis Prime, and the Aachen Brunt. My Sylvan Aegis Prime hits the hardest with me putting the least amount of work into it. And I will admit that for its weapon type, it's a fairly decent weapon type. We just don't have a whole lot of them. And it's something that I think needs to be expanded upon. Of course, there's a couple of weapon types that we've got okay-ish weapons, and it's a good concept. But for it to really thrive, they need to release a few more. And then as far as the colors, it is white, black, and yellow for the Warframe itself. Then the accessories and the weapon are doing this copperish bronze color out of the Daybreak palette. White, the same copperish bronze, and yellow. But that's really all that there is to it. No Sandana. I mean, I am using a variant of yellow for the detail on the shield, because he had like that goldish detail on his shield by default before it got the update, and that was the one thing that it had retained after its upgrade. But really, that's about it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I know that this is definitely one of the poorer videos that I've done, but my whole thing with my videos is they're to accomplish one of two things. They're to either give you information about a build or a weapon, or they're there to give you a look that is either legitimate or just there for fun. So thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time, Tenno, stick to the shadows.